You know, scientists tell us that what sets us humans apart is our opposing thumbs. Greetings and welcome to smartwatchtics.com. I'm here to tell you it's actually the fingers that give us the opportunity to wear these incredible smart rings. Rogbid, yes, Rogbid has come up with their own smart ring here. It's called the Rogbid Smart Ring. I think it's number 3 now. And Bluetooth connection, 4 to 7 days battery life. You want to see it? Okay, we'll get to the specs later. Open the box. There's the manual. Take out the manual, English and Chinese, accordion style here, and voila! You have the ring sitting in a nice little felt compartment, and it is a beauty. Wow, I have so much to tell you about this ring and show you. Normally, I can't show you much on a ring. It's just there, but not so with this one. Pop that puppy out. And you have the charging dock, which is USB connected and does some fun things as well. Now, before I put it on, I want to talk about it. Rogbid has it available directly on their website. It is about $170. Check my show notes down below for coupon discounts. I'm going to definitely pass those on to you if I can. At that rate, this is about half the price of most of these other rings. And we'll get into that because what it does is in an advanced version in some regards to what these guys do. What does it do? Let me tell you. First of all, it'll do heart rate, blood oxygen, body temperature too. A lot of them don't do that. And it uses ultra-thin design for comfort and wear. It's, of course, waterproof, IP67, 68. Lifetime subscription, meaning unlike the Oura Ring, you know that one, you don't have a subscription monthly that you have to pay. All these other ones, same thing, no subscription. You get your data for free. It's got a touch-free interface to it, and up to 7 days battery life. There you go, and 5 ATM waterproofing. The specs in general: 2.4 millimeter, about 5 grams, 5 ATM waterproof, recovery status for all of these things: heart rate, HRV, blood oxygen, temperature, sleep, and display activity. That's your step count. You can do exercise with a holistic assessment. That's something really new too. And this is what I'm going to hype for you. This is amazing. The Smart Touch Control. Ladies, it's got that kind of support for you as well in the app tied to the ring. Are you ready? Here it is. You're going to notice a couple of things. Here's the silver side. I'm talking about the very edge. This particular one has a black body on it. And on this side, you see that little red right there? That is telling you where the sensitive spot is on the ring. Now, when you find the sensitive spot, you notice there's a little hole right above it. And that has a light in it that will flash when you set alarms. And it also helps you identify where the ticklish spot is on the ring. So how do you put it on? You make sure this is facing you. You ideally put it on your opposing finger thumb, you know, the one that says it sets us apart, either on your thumb if it'll fit or on your finger. Why do you want to do that? Because you want to be able to easily hit that little sensitive spot and play with it, and you got the little light facing you. Now, you can put it on a different finger if you want, but you won't be able to see the light come on. You're going to see that in a minute. Let's switch to the manual. Then I'll switch to the app. I'm so excited to get you into the app. There's another synopsis of all the different things it'll do. It does have SOS support in here too, because it has that touch spot. If you are in an emergency and you have it paired, you can initiate an SOS. The touch control and the waterproofing, the basic parameters are there. It's coming with the charging dock, the ring, and the manual you saw. It uses this app called AIZO Ring, and that's in the App Store for iOS as well as Android. You download it. We'll show you that in just a moment. This is how you wear it. And again, there's the indicator on where the spot is that's sensitive, and there's the spot itself right above that red zone. So you put it on your finger so you can see that. And you also want the down section to be under your finger for the best response to the sensors. Charging, simple as just setting it on the magnetic coupled dock, and it will automatically align no matter which way you put it there, and a little red light will come on showing you it's charging. Safety and cautions, harmful substances in the product, haven't seen that before. Most everything is clear except the housing, it says, has PB hazardous materials in it. Then a warranty and overall special instructions. Here we go. Now again, you notice I put this on my index finger here so I have access to the touch capability on it. And it's on the same hand as my Oura Ring because these two are kind of the closest for comparison purposes as you're about to see in the app. But for reference purposes, just to let you know, this is the circular ring, the only one that has vibration actually in it. And a touch spot too that you could activate. This is the Ultra Human ring here. We've done reviews of that one. And this, of course, is the Ringcon ring. So the major ones, except for the Samsung super expensive ring, are all right here. And I've got reviews that cover each of them individually and a comparison of all of these, except for this one, because I didn't have it until just now. Let's switch to the app, get you started. You're looking for this symbol in the thumbnail when you search in Google Play Store for AIZO Ring, and when you open it and you've paired the ring to it, which is an easy setup process, you just let it do its thing. It pairs really quickly compared to the other ones, and when it does, it transfers its data almost instantaneous. Now, if you've seen how the Oura Ring and the Ringcon ring take forever to connect with servers in the cloud and then come back with the data, you appreciate how quickly this works. On the opening status page, which we're in right here, you get, first of all, a recovery status with an update we'll look at in a minute, and basically your recovery store, and you want more illuminated figures, the better off you are. It's kind of taking into consideration your last night's sleep time, your calorie burned, and some health suggestions. Then you have your heart rate throughout the day. It's giving it to you, and you can measure it instantaneously. Same thing with blood oxygen right here, and body temperature. All of these are individually measured immediately, or they're working in the background, and you set all that stuff up in the settings for the ring itself on the app. Ladies, you got your overall menstrual cycle information just to show you. There's the whole calculator as long as you put in your length, your date, and so forth. The actual period length and the cycle length, and then, of course, the date of your last start. And it'll track all of that, and you'll have that right here on the display. So let's come back up before we go to any other tab and go a little bit deeper. Today's update now shows you a recovery rate of good, health suggestions on that. Doesn't go any further from here, but you can change the different days. Here's last night's sleep time assessment with some tips on it. Sleep efficiency of 92%. Don't go any further, but this is a summary, a synopsis, a recovery report. Activity from the previous day is summarized here with tips, and then your heart rate information, where you come in on the normal to over high or under high with the medical terms spelled out right there. And then blood oxygen is in here as well, and with its tips, and then the body temperature and its tips. So overall, if you just want a quick and easy synopsis of yesterday, this is a really good report that you get. It is the recovery status report. That's pretty much unique to this ring. Beyond that then is heart rate, and you touch it, you come in here, you can get the heart rate at any particular time, right on the chart, high, average, and lowest, and then some information about heart rate, and it goes into some factors of abnormality, brief discussion, daily health care, and references are even provided for where it's getting that information. That data doesn't change, but it's something you might want to read one time if you want to. And again, you can change it. It's right up to where I am right now, but I can come in here actually. Oh, this is the measurement interval. Oh, that's cool. I thought that was going to take me back in the calendar. Well, I want it for every 10 minutes. Why? I got great battery life on it. I can charge it, whenever I want. And why not? The more data, the better, right? Okay, I'm going to go from every 20 minutes to every 10 minutes. And here we go. This is where I can switch days. And I've had it this long so far. So take a look at yesterday's chart. There you see it. It goes up, it goes down. Nighttime looks representative of what my sleeping, resting heart rate is. I get up in the morning, and it looks pretty realistic. Being 20 minutes apart, it may not be catching some of the variability that's in there, but now that I changed it to every 10 minutes, maybe it will. Okay, that was heart rate, blood oxygen. It's taking these, and there's no change on that. It looks like it's taking them once every hour or so, high, average, and low, and then it gets you about blood oxygen, a brief description, references, hazards, and so forth are in here. What else? You touch them and it'll show you the reading. Kind of crazy that it's 0 to 100. It should definitely be like 80 to 100, because you go below 80, you're in real trouble. But you do see a little bit of deviation at the top. That would be a recommendation I would have for them, to make it 80 to 100, so you really see the differences between each of these. Again, you can change to a different day there, and this is just basically the reading itself. And that takes you back to the previous day. If it doesn't pick up, it won't show. If it misses one, rather than give you bogus information. That's blood oxygen. And finally, body temperature. After you've worn it a while, it stabilizes. Everything is good. You can come in here, and now it's showing you your overall temperature. By the way, these do not expand. They're just 0 to midnight. But you do get instantaneous look, and you can slide it looking at the time if you want to see something at a specific time or event. There it went up to 98.2 at 3:57 in the morning, and that information is available. And then, of course, there's about body temperature as well. So they've really fleshed out this app to be extensive in both information content and data-driven by your actual numbers. And again, you can switch to a different day, and there's yesterday. The little spaces where you don't see anything, the ring was probably off and charging. These intermittent ones might be because it wasn't in the right position to get an accurate reading. I'd rather see missing data than seeing data all over the place that is erroneous. So kudos for them taking the time to do that right. And then menstrual cycles, we already showed you, we went into that. So there you go, into each of the components that make up the status. Now the fun, sleep. This, guys, is one of the best ever sleep charts that I've seen that is really close to what I'm experiencing at night when I'm sleeping. I purposely stayed in bed for a while this morning, awake, going, I'm going to do the review of this ring today, and I want to see how is it going to treat me being awake but being in bed basically still. And it did it. That's the awake time here for 41 minutes, and then I drifted off back into light sleep for 11 minutes or so before getting out of bed. And see that right there, that little orange, yellow. I had a dream. In fact, a lot of times in the morning before I wake up, I have a variety of dreams, and I kind of hang in there and let them happen. And it's popping in right after a deep sleep, which is combined with a light sleep. The changes are frequent, but not crazy infrequent. If you've seen some of the other watches we've reviewed, it's just like noise. You can't see, it changes every minute. This is realistic. It's changing over a specific period of time. And it's not stuck in deep sleep for 2 hours or something, because I know that's not right. Very, very nice. I'd like to show you some more on this. And let's go back to the night before. See how it's totally different? Had deep sleep, then light sleep, and continuous. Whoops, sorry, that's my... Oh, I always have to tell you guys about this when I accidentally touch it. This thing is called display brightness. I have it on my phone, my rings, or my watches, Android watches, everything. And it lets me just dynamically adjust the brightness. In the show notes, you can go over to my resource center and download a version to install on your phone if you want to. It's no longer in the Google Play Store. There, sorry, I touched it. Oops. Okay. So there's all the information. Plus, it's giving you your deep, light, normal, REM naps if you've had any, and I did, and they're included in here. And there's this holistic score, which is showing you where you are in all of these different assessments with a total overall score about your sleep quality combined. Everything there. Wow, it keeps going. Your breath rate is in here. Your resting heart rate is in here as well. And your HRV is in here. Now, is the data accurate? I can't tell you for sure on any of these things that I wear how accurate it is. We're not able to set that up. I'm not a calibrated laboratory with equipment to verify it. What I can tell you, though, is looks representative of realistic data that I would expect to get. And in particular, my night chart matches up when I have a memory throughout the night or the morning or middle of the night of events happening, taking note of the time and seeing it showing up. So I'm pretty confident that the sleep activity on this one is pretty good. After this, you get into care. And this is where you can set up these different reminders. So I've got reminders to take my evening meds, my morning meds, and you can add other different things in here, like birthdays, different dates and things, anniversaries, schedules, stuff like that. I'm going to, just for the purpose of showing you something, set up a start date of today and an interval of per day. And I'm going to set up an add time of, it says 1306. I'm going to make that like 1307. Say OK. And that's it. Hopefully I don't have to put anything in here. So I think I do. So there, I did that. And that has set it now for 1307 to trigger an alarm. Now the alarm will be this little light right here. And it will start flashing white. It just went off that the alarm is happening, and there you go. You see the little light flashing? I know. Come on, Mr. Tix. You expect me to see that? Yeah, I know. It's kind of gimmicky. At night, it might catch you if you aren't asleep. It's not flashing really bright, and it's not vibrating. But it is something new, and it's interesting, and it gave us a little bit to talk about. It's right where we have that little slide thing, and I don't have it set up to do anything. I'll show you how you set that up. Let's see, it's on the lower side of that little dot. Okay, now it's not set up for doing anything, but it'll go for, I don't know, 15 seconds or so, and then it stops. But seriously, no vibration. Oh, if it vibrated, this would be the keeper of all of them at this point. But it does just do that, and we can say finish. So that's in the care area, and you can add different people in here and presumably do connections with them. Almost to the point of Apple sending your heartbeat over the watch to your beloved, right? Next is fitness. Here we go. There's my circles to complete out of my goals for steps and distance and calories and how well it's happening. Again, you can see that on different days as well. Your holistic score isn't that good for me right now. Beneficial activity, exercise volume, and frequency are low. Did I do better yesterday? Let's see. Yeah. I'll show you a good score. Optimal, still a little bit pay attention and good. Yesterday I had an activity. I started outdoor walking on the phone, and I took it with me with the Ring, and the Ring provided the feedback of the heart rate chart and the pace and all of that, as well as all of this data here. And so you don't get any like trajectory chart. There's no GPS in the thing, but you do get some basic data. So if you're going to be doing some sort of a workout, doing yard activity or something strenuous, you can actually set this puppy up to do those things: running, walking, riding, and so forth. I don't know if you can do it without it being near the phone or not, if it needs a real-time connection or if it can store the data. That's something to be learned. If any of you figure that out, let me know. And if I figure it out, I'll let you guys know in the show notes or in the comments, and you'll have a feel for it. But at least if you're taking your phone with you, and have a Bluetooth connection, you have that there. Then finally, the Me takes you into your information. This is the Ring. Come over here. I can check for firmware updates, restart it, factory restore it, all of that. And the device name is a AIZO Ring. But again, it's a Rogbid Ring 3 that we're reviewing it as its official name. How to use it, how to use the touch. We're going to show you the touch here. Well, let's just show you that. Let's see. Here's how you wear it. There's the touch area again. There's the activity guide for it. You see that little stripe area there. And you can touch up or down along the stripe. And you can double click on it as well. And you can press and hold. So those are all the different functions you can do. And then these are the things that you can set it for. And I have it set with it turned on for what's called slides. And that's so that it'll slide through an article that you're reading. You can do this one, and it slides a page at a time, whereas this one is a scrolling. You can take photos or videos. You can, control your music with this one if you want to. You can long press to give thumbs up or slide up and down to switch your TikTok or Bumble or whatever video things you're looking at. There's your SOS setting you can set up, and how many times it's happened will be recorded. The app language, the overall unit settings in temperature, length, and weight are available. They've really thought it through. More users agreement and so forth. You can sign out, delete your account if you want to, and all of that. So let me show you this little touch thing. That's about the only thing we have left. Here's a fun little article just came out today about quantum secrets of gravity. So I could sit here and I can scroll through the article, which is what I usually do, but I also can simply swipe across the ring. Oh, okay, we want to go down, we go down. Now I'm finding if I just flick past the hole a little bit, it'll take it a few lines at a time, and it actually put a little pointer on there, almost like a computer pointer. There's a little finger. And if I want to go back, I can go back that way. Yeah, nothing really exciting to that level. But if you're exercising and you're trying to read something and you just physically can't touch your phone, or you're Comcasting it, is that the right word? Casting it. Chromecasting, right? To your TV. I know, I date myself, youngsters. I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep up with you all. Anyway, if you're sending it to the television and the phone is someplace else and you're just sitting watching TV and you want to scroll, you got a scroller here, or a page turner, or a remote for taking photos, all of that stuff built into this ring. Cool. All right, I can't leave without showing you the music control, all right? Got some set up on the phone, just touch and hold, and you can pop right into the music. You want to play something different? Pick a direction. You can go backward, forward. You can have an ad. You can skip through the ad. Hey, maybe you need the ring just to skip through ads. And on and on and on. Yeah, a lot of capability in this one. Let's pause it and talk about it. It comes to us from Rogbid. Again, this is called the Smart Ring 3. We did an earlier a review of an earlier version of their ring. It was basic. This is way, way more sophisticated. As you can see, some of the sizes are sold out at this point. You may need to check back periodically to see what's in stock. The thing about rings, unlike watches, is you have to pick a size and a color. There's also pure white, pearl white, and classic black. And you can try that and see which have more or different sizes too. But the link's in the show notes to get you over here for about $170. Discount available. If I've got it for you, I'll have that coupon discount in the show notes. And we'll try to do more comparisons of the apps. I know I mentioned Aura, but only pretty much because it's, let me show you that. It's very similar in design. Here is today's ring, and here is Aura's app. And you can see it's got similar things, but all kinds of different ways it presents its data in here. And our Rogbid ring starts out similar, has the same kind of color background style to it, but does basic stuff. You get your basic readings over time. You get your measurements. Some of the stuff that's missing in here, and the more expensive rings cover, is the trend analysis. If you wear it for 7 days, a month, a half a year, you'll get reports on trends. And I'm not seeing that yet. Again, this is all brand new, but it could be coming. So good thing to get into if you really want just instantaneous data updates and look over how things are going for you in the moment. But consider a more expensive ring if you want trend analysis. All right, that does it for today. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you again soon, and we'll do more consolidated reviews. I still have more fingers, and I do have another ring on the way, too. Okay, bye. I got to get out of here.